Assistant Chief, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, Crimes Against Persons. On November 18, 2013, at 2:52 p.m., patrol responded to 5135 Indian Lakes Court, Apartment Number 4, in reference to a person that was shot. The homicide unit's investigation revealed that the victim and the victim's girlfriend were actually outside of the apartment having an argument when the suspect walked up. The suspect and the victim had words, and it all stemmed over the suspect not liking that the victim and the victim's girlfriend were involved in an argument. They had a slight confrontation, verbal at best, at which time the victim told the suspect to stay out of his business. The suspect said to him that he had something for him, and he left. About 20 minutes later, the suspect actually returned to the apartment, knocked on the door. When the victim came to the door and began to step outside, the suspect came up and shot him one time in the stomach. The victim was transported to UF Health, and he died as a result of a gunshot wound. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer that.
Any questions?
Say your name first before you ask a question.
Any other questions?
What type of gun was he shot with? Does it say it in here?
Ryan Smith, Action News.
What type of gun was he shot with?
We don't know. We have not recovered a gun that was used, so I'd be guessing if I told you what type it was. He was shot one time.
Did the suspect and victim have any previous relationship between each other?
I would describe the relationship as acquaintances. They knew each other from being in the apartment complex. The victim and the victim's girlfriend actually lived in that apartment complex for about 4 months. They were dating, I guess, about a year.
Did the suspect and the victim have, and the victim's girlfriend, did they have a prior relationship of some type?
No.
No, he just saw her.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty much they had an argument outside, and the suspect walked up on him and didn't agree with what was happening there.
And finally, did the suspect, or excuse me, has there been any previous history of domestic issues between the victim and that girlfriend?
No.
Yeah.
Was there anything odd or unusual about this case? Your hesitation's kind of...
Well, and I'm not trying to hold back on you anything at all. It's just, you know, things like this to me are senseless. You have an argument occurring and an individual who confronts who's unhappy about the argument, but the bottom line is it doesn't give anybody a reason to return to the scene, to knock on the door and shoot and kill somebody. There's other ways to handle these things. Call the police.
Any other questions?
Robert Jackson, Action News. Does this guy the suspect have a record of any kind?
Yeah, he has a criminal history. And if I didn't, I know you have the arrest and booking reports there. I believe the arrest and booking report pretty much will contain a lot of the information in there. But the suspect has a prior criminal history of drugs, violation of probation, renting property under false pretenses, and possession with intent to sell cocaine. And this case was pretty much investigated by Sergeant Mike Paul's team, and the lead detective is Tracy Stapp.
He's not going to be hard to find.
Who's that now?
The suspect.
No,
He's been arrested.
yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah. The suspect's been arrested, so he's incarcerated right now, been charged with murder as well as possession of firearm by a convicted felon.
All right.
I got Jeremy Bias from Channel 4. Was there anybody else other than the girlfriend at the scene when this happened?
No, there wasn't. Towards the end of the argument, we had a witness that come forward, and we've had several other witnesses, but no, when the actual incident took place, it was just the suspect, the girlfriend, and the victim.
Do we at least know it was a handgun that he used?
We did not. Have not recovered that.
All right.